Hey, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing relatively okay, given this feeling the seemingly endless pandemic. There we go. Okay, so Netflix has a new show they just added, I don't know how long ago, but relatively recently, called Fate the Winx Saga. It's 6 episodes, and it's about like 40 to 50 plus minutes long. It does have a trailer that's 2 minutes long, so if you want to watch that, you can. I think it spoils a little bit in the trailer, but not a huge bit. I was actually thinking of rewatching the trailer again to like better describe how much I thought it spoiled. If you want to just go completely blind, then you don't have to watch the trailer. If you're also wondering where the trailer is, if you go on Netflix, they have, season 1, and they have trailers more on the side, or just go all the way down past the last episode. Like I said, there's 6 episodes, and the trailers after that. At least that's how it works on my Netflix. I don't know if it works differently for other people, if they have like different versions of it. I have a Roku, so that's what it looks like on mine. So basically it is a supernatural, like, fantasy, school romance drama, mystery type of thing. If that's your thing, go watch it. Now, our main character is Bloom. We do switch over to other characters. Oh, fuck, what'd I do? Sorry. I was pressing buttons so my screen wouldn't go dark, and then it loaded for a second. I thought I pressed something, and the episode was about to start, and I thought I was going to have to hit the thing real quick. No copyright. Anyway, so, yeah, our main character is Bloom. We do switch over to the other characters on occasion, but she's our main character, and she's about, I want to say they're at the very least around 16, and she starts off at this new school, and we get a bit of backstory that she kind of had no choice and had to come here, and was kind of brought to this school, and I guess they're fairies. I'm sorry, I like my nose tickles. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Anyway, so yeah, she's brought to this school, and basically it like teaches them how to like train with magic or whatever, and they all have like their elements or whatever. And so we find out she's a fire fairy, and she doesn't really have control of her powers, and we later learn there's a reason why for that, and it's basically her trying to figure out who she can trust, what secrets people are keeping, and why they're keeping them from her, and kind of her getting more and more desperate as the show goes on to why the fuck everyone's keeping secrets that are clearly about her. So she was we find out that she was in the first world, which is, I guess we would consider the human world our world, and then there's the other world, which is where she was brought to, and there's a barrier between them, and then we find out there's these creatures that are kind of hunting, and there's some of that, and I hope we do get another season, because they do leave it off where things change, and quite clear some things have been changed at the school when they get back from a trip. So there are moments that made me, like, it made me laugh once, and it made me cringe once. I can't remember what made me laugh, but I think it was also like, oh god. And then, you know how sometimes they'll show like the characters text messaging on screen, and the guy goes, "Don't threaten me with a good time." I was like, oh fucking Christ. Like, that was the moment I was just like, ugh. But I ended up really liking it. I like the music. I'm especially happy because they use one of my favorite songs, Physical, by Dua Lipa. Was either that or Levitate, wasn't it? No, I think it was Physical, yeah. The amount of times I listen to that goddamn song, I love it. So they have that. So they have some good music, even if it's not necessarily my choice. I think they do include a good amount. And the first song we hear is actually, I do like, I don't know what it's called, but I immediately went on YouTube to look for it. So I liked the soundtrack, I liked the characters. There was this one part that surprised me. I will kind of spoil it, where we find out that Musa, who is one of the friends there's a bunch of people that are like her friends. We have like Musa, we have Aisha, we have Stella, Tara, and then we have Bloom, who is our main character. Bloom is a fire fairy. Aisha's, I'm guessing, a water fairy. Tara works with earth. Stella is light. Musa is a mind fairy. And we find out that Musa, spoilers, because she's a mind fairy, she can feel everyone's emotions, like, all the fucking time. So, like, when we first see her, she's kind of, like, putting on her headphones and clearly ignoring Tara, who's kind of just going on and on and on. Like, she's a nice girl, but she, like, fucking rambles and, like, it's the boring shit. Like, later in an episode, we actually have Stella going, I heard you rant about dirt for 2 hours. Dirt for 2 hours. Well, it was soil. And she's just like, I don't know. So, like, they actually are kind of nice. Like, they do kind of fall into stereotypes, but, like, I genuinely think they're, like, likable characters. Obviously, my favorite was probably Bloom and then maybe Musa. And, so yeah, there's this part where Musa kind of hooks up with Sam, who ends up being Tara's brother, we find out. And she's kind of keeping it a secret, and that's because she doesn't want to tell her, but because, like, the way she explains it actually kind of made a lot of sense, is because she feels everyone's emotions, that she, if anyone found out, she would have to feel everyone's reaction to that, whether it's good or bad, positive or negative, she says. So I was like, oh, like, I can kind of understand, because, like, it's one thing if people are, like, very obvious about, quite clearly, like, they don't like you with someone, but it's another thing to actually feel their emotions and know what they're feeling towards this. So that's why. And then, you know, they kind of find out that their parents and stuff are lying, and teachers are lying at the school, and they're, like, going down a hallway, and Tara's kind of ranting, like, why didn't you just tell me? I would prefer to tell me. And then Musa, like, you know, in this thing where they always fucking wait till the last minute, and then, like, the person discovers their secret, and then they get mad and throw a fit? No, this is the thing I was genuinely, like, really glad about. I was like, oh my god. Like, it was just mind-breaking to me for, like, a minute. I'm sorry, like, my fan is going because I left the heat on too long, so because it was hot. And my dog is obviously, you know, my dog. If you see any of my videos, you've heard her in the background. And, so Musa tries to take this moment to just, hey, I'm dating your brother Sam. And, like, for a split second, you think she's gonna get pissed off, and then she, like, generally smiles, runs up to her, hugs her, says, thank you for telling me. And I was like, wait, they're not gonna throw a fit? Because, like, they usually do in this kind of shit. In, like, books or whatever, they always, like, throw a fit, find out at the last minute, and, like, way blow things out of proportion. But, like, no, she genuinely is, like, happy for her. She's like, I don't want to know any details from my brother, but, like, thank you for telling me. And, like, she genuinely looked happy for her. And I was, like, really, like, just this little moment, I was like, me love them both more. And because I'm so tired of just, a big theme in these shows is, like, they hold on to the last minute to tell people shit, and it just gets blown out of proportion. And it's irritated me, because it's always, like, shit they clearly need to know. Or at the very least, it'd be nice to let them know, like, in this case. Or, like, yeah, it's not gonna hurt her if she doesn't know, but, like, it's nice to, like, at least, hey, we're dating. So, like, just that little thing just made a big difference for me, because I was sick of, like, them not addressing those kind of things in these kind of shows, you know? So, anyway, I really like the show. If they do a second season, I'm definitely going to watch it. I don't know when that will be. I didn't really bother to look up when. I was surprised there were only 6 episodes. I thought they were going to be, like, at least, like, maybe 8. But, no, it's just 6 episodes. But, like I said, they're almost an hour long or so. 40 to 50 minutes. And I actually, like, looked to see how much. And they usually range from, like, around 40, like, 43 minutes to, like, 53, 57 minutes, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, so definitely try it. It's on Netflix. Have fun with that.